Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning. And I'm Nicole, and I own Hubbard's Maid Service in Savannah, Georgia. I wanted to hop on with everybody this morning and talk about my book that's going to be coming out, and it's about the Ripple Mindset, where you take your mind and you go from a transactional mindset to a transformative mindset. And if you look on my Instagram page, I have a checklist for ideas to how to bless your employees. And the whole book is about a chiasm. And if you don't know what a chiasm is, it's kind of obscure. It's a literary way of emphasizing a central theme. And in my book, my central theme is about taking your mindset from that transactional to the transformative and using your position as a business owner to bless other people around you. You don't have to be this big, huge influencer to make a huge difference. I really believe that the power is in the micro, not so much in the macro. If everybody is doing their part, we are all making a big difference in our own smaller spheres of influence, because that's how we were created for. We were created for relationships, and you can't have those really, really deep, intense, and impactful relationships with millions of people. Not even really hundreds of people, but maybe, 100 people. Yes, you can. Or even smaller. But the smaller you go, that is actually where the impact and the influence makes the biggest difference. And I know that doesn't sound exciting, but it is so meaningful. And the chiasm of my book, which is that central theme, is it goes in a certain order which intersects with the main theme, and then it goes in reverse order. And so the chiasm of my book is, let me make sure I can do this right, is your business is a blessing which blesses you, and you are blessed to bless others with your business. I had to sit there and look at it because I'll stumble on it, but I think that is so critical. And it's all about mindset. Mindset is the number one thing that is going to get you to where you want to go as a business owner or a leader in your organization. Mindset is going to make all of the difference. It is the game changer. It is the very thing that is actually going to get you across the finish line. And as business owners, especially business owners that are in home service types of businesses, any type of business where the urgent is just so critical and it's so pressurized, it is so easy to put mindset on the back burner, which is actually the exact opposite of what you do, because your mindset is either your biggest obstacle or it's going to be your biggest asset. And so a lot of times business owners, we really struggle with that because we're just like, oh yeah, I'll do that part later. Yeah, I'll do that later. Because you have so many other things just literally screaming at you. And so you have to be very, very intentional about taking that time and developing your mind. And what it basically is we are all programmed. We are constantly being programmed by everything around us. Our brain, our bodies, we're constantly absorbing, just thousands, millions of stimuli every single moment of every single day. So if you don't intentionally program yourself, everything around you is going to program you. And especially your mind, is if you don't tell your mind what to do, your mind will tell you what to do. And you'll believe it because it's your mind. And usually our minds, if they're left unchecked, if they're left just to their own devices, it goes really dark really fast. So you have to be very, very intentional and very, very specific in controlling your mind and telling it what to do and telling your mind what to tell you. And it says in the Bible, Proverbs 4:23, above all else, guard your heart because it from the wellspring of life flows. And in Hebrew, that is the word labab. And labab can mean basically your mindset, your inner emotions, your affections. And so if you do not be vigilant and guard your mind, it can make or break you in life. So very, very important. And some of the ways that you can strategically protect your mind is be very conscious about the things that you are putting into it. So the first thing in the morning, what are you doing when you first wake up? Are you scrolling on Facebook? Are you, turning on the news? Oftentimes these are very, very negative ways to start your day. I would use that time to pray or to read something positive. When you first put your feet on the ground, do you wake up and you stretch, and do you have like a gratitude type of saying that you can say out loud, or you can think of, or something that you can be thankful for? These are very, very critical habits that you should be implementing in your day. And you think, oh, this is just fluffy stuff. Oh no, this is not fluffy stuff. This is the stuff that is going to make or break you. And throughout the day, are you watching? Are you being careful about who you associate with, what you're reading about, what you're viewing on TV? You should be, just dousing yourself with positive podcasts, listening to positive music, anything that is going to keep your mind in a fresh, positive, and productive place is absolutely critical. And otherwise, if you're not very, very intentional about this, it is just so easy, especially with social media and society around you, just to bombard you with all types of messages that are not going to help you get where you want to go as a business owner. And especially when you're having to lead, encourage, and guide people, you want that mind fresh, you want it flexible, and you want it in a really, really good headspace. So protect your mind, protect your heart, guard it, be very, very vigilant about it, so that you can be blessed and you can be a blessing to others. And a couple ways you can also do that is take the Colby assessment. That's going to tell you the best times of day, when you're at your peak, when you're at your highest energy levels and being productive. This is a very good time to be learning, investing, spending time on yourself so that you can, be even better. And so using that time period, finding out when you're at your highest energy levels, is going to be a great time to invest in your mindset and your programming. And then another thing that you can do, and I do this daily, and it's so simple. If you have an iPhone, go to your voice memos, record a positive, I'd say about 60-second message about who you are, where you're going, and what you want to do. And it needs to be positive, it needs to be inspirational, and it's the truth. And you listen to that every single morning when you're brushing your teeth or you're getting dressed. But this is a great way for you to start your programming. And again, protect your mind. Your mindset is what is going to get you across your finish line. All right, well, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and put in the comments what is your ripple goal for this week with your mind. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.